We are just south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
It's tough enough to play defense anyway, but after a return like that, now your mindset has to change a little bit. Instead of going out and just getting settled in the first few plays, you have to be prepared for just about anything.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
Here's 2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Go set.
Darnold now to throw. And Walker has it. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now they snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
The Seahawks at 3-7 now on the year, and they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them They need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 5. Motion left, Kupp.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Now 2nd and 5.
Go set. Reset.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
We go set.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Reset.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
We go set.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
On 1, right?
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
When you talk about this Seahawk defense,
and they're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
11.
Here's Burrow. He'll look underneath and finds Brown.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On 1, ready?
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and a yard. Now it's Burrow. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. To the air again, Burrow. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football.
as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Gun. Stop.
This is Brown going up the middle, and he'll take this one down near the 15.
A tackle made by Boye Mafe. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second and 9.
And they'll go with a ground attack here.
And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Burrow looking to pass. Got a man. It's Brown. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
11, Thomas.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Here we go.
Touchdown!
T. Higgins.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bengals post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around.
Finding Smith and Jigba downfield.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
A gain there of 30 big ones.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Straight ahead, Walker.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd down and 4.
Here we go, start. Ready? It's up.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Go, start. Ready, start.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Go, start.
Off of play action, Darnold sliding out of the pocket. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Walker is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Here we go, start.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Cooper Kupp with career touchdown number 70. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go, here we go.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Gun. Gun.
And Burrow going to throw again. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. Now Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
On 2, ready?
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7.
11. It's just set. Stop.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bengals drive about to get going. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Here we go.
Now a give, left side, Brown with it. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
3rd and 2.
Here we go.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They give it to Brown. Shoves him aside near the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Second down in the yard.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Right back to Brown. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation. Take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Gun. Stop.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jamar Chase with career touchdown number 60. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Now 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers. And ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Trying the left side with Walker. Runs over him. Room here to run. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 50 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. In motion, the tight end. Back to Walker on 1st down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now it's Darnold. Smith-Njigba with the grab. Well, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Now 2nd and 9. Up the middle, here's Walker. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Walker with another carry. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. Oh, and this one, they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
2nd and 5.
Here we go. 11.
Running right, here's Brown. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
On 1, ready?
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
11. 11.
Burrow will throw. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
Here we go, here we go.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Brown. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here we go.
On the handoff, this is Brown. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 25. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll run again. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 2 yards is the pickup, and it's good enough for a Cincinnati 1st down.
I'm fine, ready? Gun. Shot. 11 coming. 12.
An inside give, Brown. Ernest Jones there for the tackle. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert
Here we go.
on 3rd and 9. Now it's Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Brown will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Darnold. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. From the 50, it's Darnold. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Again, Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got Smith-Njigba. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 for Bengals TD. Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick-6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick-6?
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's Steven Sims on the return from his end zone.